Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to the shed. How are you today? Make sure the mic's on. I've often come down here and done this. How's your day today? I hope it's going well. I hope you're doing great. Please let me know in the comments below. Love hearing from you. So I'm not gonna be looking up a lot because I got the light in my face and I just had my eyes dilated. So it hurts. It really does. I thought about recording with the light off, but it looks like crap. So we're gonna leave the light on and I'm just gonna suffer through it. Remember a few weeks back I broke my old glasses. That repair did not work. Nobody's noticed it, but these are temporary glasses that I had to have made. Essentially they took my old lenses, reshaped them to fit these frames and whatever. So I had my doctor appointment today because my prescription was old. You don't care. They're coming. Anyway, so I can't see. I want to talk about the printer, the Monoprice Mini Select today. I've had it for 2 weeks now? A week and a half, something like that. And my thoughts and such. I've had a lot of questions about it, and I didn't really answer a lot of them. So I want to go through that. Let me grab some stuff. I've had quite a few successful prints. I've also had quite a few failures, and I'm still working on trying to figure out the wins and whys of successes and failures. The main one that I've had is bed adhesion. This is the bottom half of what was going to be a little Binding of Isaac character, and he was printing great. I mean, this whole bottom half looks amazing, feels amazing, really high quality, and then I went to sleep and I woke up to this like horrifically disfigured Binding of Isaac character where half of his head printed like off to the side on its own little carriage of string and stuff, and it just didn't work out. And I think I was printing this directly on the bed, so that didn't work. Similar thing happened to this little camera mount that I made. It slid off the bed as well, so that didn't work. But I've had other prints, like this one, go nearly perfectly. My biggest issue that I've had is warping, and it happens on the corners. So it'll warp up here, this corner's lifted. Functionally, this part is still perfectly fine, but cosmetically, it's a little off, right? So I'm still combating the warping issue. I have tried many things like printing on a raft. This is what's known as a raft. It's essentially a throwaway platform that ensures that the print surface is level. The printer is essentially going to kind of overextend itself at first to make sure that this is perfectly level and then print on top of this. This works sometimes, and this helps distribute the heat more evenly and kind of acts like a heat sink so that the corners don't curl like it does on some of these parts. And that works. Other parts I've printed directly on the bed, like this guy, and this is a pretty thin piece, and I had absolutely no warpage. I'm not sure why. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense to me. The thing is, if you get into 3D printing and you look on the internet, you will find like 100 different solutions to this problem, and everybody will tell you what's worked for them, and none of them are the same. And so I'll tell you what I have done. The number one thing I have done is replace the crappy little masking tape on aluminum print bed with a piece of glass. So I'll show you it here on screen. It's simply a piece of glass that I had cut at Lowe's with 4 little binder clips holding it in place, and it works perfectly for keeping the bed level. You still have to level the bed once you have the glass on there, which is a little bit trickier because my glass covers the screws, as you can see, but it worked. The second thing I've done, if it's not obvious, is coat the bed in spray adhesive. You can see here on there's a haze of film that is basically spray glue. Lots of people use hairspray, lots of people use masking tape that they've rubbed down with alcohol, and all sorts of other things to keep the part sticking. But I found spray adhesive works, so I'm going to keep using it because it works really well. But again, with the cooling issue, I don't know. So, what do you do to combat cooling? I'm not positive. I'm printing in PLA, just so you know, and I've had a lot of questions about printing in ABS, how that's gone. I have not even attempted it yet. My ABS roll is right back there, still in the package, so I haven't tried it. I will be trying it soon, but first I want to build an enclosure to, one, keep the temperature of the unit in check, and two, I want to put a carbonized filter on it to keep me from breathing in the ABS garbage. So PLA, some people print with the bed turned on, heated, some people don't. Most PLA printers don't have a heated bed, so I have chosen to print without the heating on, and it actually helps. I get less warpage when the bed is not heated, but I still get some warpage. So I'm currently working on dialing down the temperature until I find the magic spot. I think that's what it's going to be, honestly. This filament says 190 to 210 degrees C, so I'm currently printing at 200, and it's taken most of the warps out of my parts. I'm probably going to try to go to like 195 and see if I can pull it off. Essentially, I want to print it as cold as I possibly can. PLA adheres to itself really well, so I don't need to worry too much about cooling the part quickly. I want to pull the part as quick as possible so that it doesn't have a chance to move. I think the movement on these upper layers is what's causing the bottom layers to kind of pull. The heat's staying in the part too long. I need more cooling. So that's going to be my phase of attack, and I'm still cutting through that. And that's why this technology is still not amazingly wonderful yet for the average person, because it is a very, very frustrating. You can see I've had tons of plastic here that has failed. You know, ultimately, the best part about this failure, the little camera clip, is that the screw hole in here was wrong anyway. I had forgot that I resized it here, and this is the intention, is that it goes like this, and this goes on my camera's hot shoe, and then I have a movable light. So I had to reprint it anyway, and fresh hit of glue, printed this out flawlessly with no problems. I've printed super thin walled little statuettes. I've printed the character that comes on the SD card was printed on this raft, and that came out perfectly. Ultimately, I'm crazy happy with the little printer. It is a serious issue that the bed came so warped, and Monoprice doesn't have replacement beds. They just want to send me a whole new unit. I don't think I'm going to take them up on that offer, because I'm just going to put a piece of glass on that one and dial it in too. So I've already got this one dialed in. I'll probably just keep it and roll with it unless it breaks. But ultimately, I think it's an amazing printer for the price. And yeah, the interactions I've had with Monoprice haven't been stellar, but you know, whatever. People like them, I guess. They still exist as a company. This is my first time dealing with them. I had never heard of them until I started looking at this printer. So yeah, if you have experienced the Monoprice, please let me know how that how that went for you in the comments down below. On top of that, I just wanted to say thank you everybody who is promised or has promised to attempt to send me a postcard. Don't forget, we're going to try to do a mural on the wall back here. And I forgot to mention in that video, if you're going to send me a postcard, I am going to take pictures of it and post them on the Daily Shed website. So once we start getting some in, I will give you guys a link to that. So keep that in mind. Please don't send anything like pornographic or whatever, because I don't want to put that up. But I will be taking pictures of your postcards. I won't include your personal information or anything like that if you put that on there. But I will be taking a picture of each one, as well as like a large frame view of the wall. So it'll be a community art project, essentially physically here in my space, as well as on the internet. You'll be able to click on the map and see the postcards from that area. So I'm really excited about it. I really hope you decide to send me a postcard. If you're just now hearing about it, I am starting a postcard collection from all around the world. I want to build a mural of a stylized map of the world with postcards. If you send me a postcard, I will return a postcard to you. Probably one of the Daily Shed postcards that I had printed, or maybe a postcard from my state. It's up to you. So please, the address is in the description. It's also here on the screen. Send me a postcard and we can be pen pals. So thank you for watching, as always. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to go hopefully let my eyes return to normal so I can play games tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Wikipedia. Who invented the jigsaw puzzle? Jigsaw puzzles was originally created painting a picture on a flat rectangular piece of wood and then cutting that picture into small pieces with a jigsaw. Hence the name. John Spilsbury, a London cartographer and engraver, is credited with commercializing jigsaw puzzles around 1760. Wait, what's a jigsaw if it's not a motorized saw? Is there... I gotta go look that up.